Hi guys, Messy Hairbrand today, and here I am here to tell you about this wonderful situation that I think people should stop stepping away from and stop making things worse, because I don't think they understand that they're making things worse yet, but it will all come to fruition once these competitive games come out. What am I talking about? I want people to stop hyping up DVD competitors like VHS that's coming out soon, because I think we're in for a rude awakening by taking it at this, taking this avenue when it comes to hyping up these games, and I'm going to tell you why. So first off, I want to just say that I feel like taking any of these games as like a DVD competitor is kind of like a bad mindset to have, which we've made a whole video on that before, so I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I do want to preface that because I know that's going to be the number one comment is, well, it's better if we don't see it as competition at all, which I agree with. So I want to say that I agree with that right away, because like VHS will be fun in ways that DVD isn't. No matter how the game works, right? Like, it is a different game, so therefore it's going to be doing different things, even if it's in the same genre. So it's going to do some fun things that we don't see coming. So let's kind of lean into the things it does different and enjoys that, instead of like indirect comparison to DVD. The main thing I want to talk about though is like why we need to stop hyping it up, is because I don't think people really understand this idea that like behavior and Dead by Daylight, their game of Dead by Daylight, has been around for 5 years at this point. Dead by Daylight has been around for 5 years at this point, so DVD has been around for like a long time. And there's a lot of stuff that's like not in this game anymore that was really terrifying. I've been going back and watching a lot of like really old DVD and seeing all the things that used to exist. Shack used to have 2 windows and stuff like that. So there's just a lot of stuff. My point being is there's a lot of stuff that behavior has learned from and removed from the game over the course of 5 years that has made it a much better experience. There used to be a lot of god windows in the game. Like the game used to be even more survivor sided than it is now. Like, the game was a nightmare. Like, it is a testament that it has survived this long with the amount of stuff that used to be in this game back in the day. So that's where like everybody thinks that like VHS is going to come out and they're going to be competing with DVD right off the bat, and it's going to make DVD shake in their boots. You got to understand that realistically VHS is going to come out in the state similar to how DVD first came out, probably, where there's going to be a lot of fun things and a lot of potential, but realistically it's gonna have a lot of issues that they're gonna sort out, because growing pains. Like, this is the first time they have made this specific game, that being VHS, so they don't know what kind of problems VHS is gonna have, because the game's not out yet. So they don't know what's too overpowered, what's too underpowered, what players are going to abuse and not abuse, what bugs will be there or not. Like, they don't know any of that stuff yet. They are at year 1, so they're like DBD 2016 level, or they're about to be, rather. So like, a lot of people are like coming out and they're gonna be like, oh my god, VHS, the new DVD competitor. But DVD is a game that literally has 5 years under its belt, has had 5 years to figure out what its problems are and resolve those problems, and they have resolved a lot of their problems. I know it doesn't seem like it a lot because they keep coming up with whole brand new ones over and over again, but they've resolved a lot of their major issues that they had in their growing phase of like their first year or two. So VHS is, and basically any competitor that comes out for DVD is going to also have to go through these growing pains as well. So everybody hyping up VHS to be like the ultimate dethroner to Dead by Daylight, that's not gonna happen. Not because the game will be bad. I think the game will be great, probably. I think it's just going to have issues, like any game has issues when it initially gets off the ground. And I feel like people are like, if people keep hyping up VHS like the way they are now, they're gonna be in this situation where it's like, oh well, it's not as good as DVD, obviously, and that's a bad take, because of course it's not going to be in its first year of existing. like they have to go through their growing phase like anybody else does, and people are going to be super harsh on them because it's not immediately competing with Dead by Daylight, even though there's no way it could. and then like basically abandon the game because it's not serving the role that people put in their head that it has to be a DBD competitor. And it's like you are dooming the game, which was the point of that last video that I made about this. You are dooming the game. Nobody else is. You are dooming the game. So just be careful. Be careful with that idea set, and be very, very realistic about the fact that they are going to have to go through some growing pains, just like Dead by Daylight did, in order to become a big 4v1 asymmetrical horror giant. They're going to have to go through that, just like DBD did. So be realistic about your expectations. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's going to be the end of that for me. If you liked my little rant on that, do the like down below. And if you want to stick around and see more of my daily uploads, make sure you sub so those actually show up on your homepage. Other than that, anything else for you? If I don't see you in the next video, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.